Hello and welcome to another edition of the Beer Garden, joined as usual by Sara, Joe and Charene. And we're looking forward to an interesting card. In fact, some of our viewers were asking Charene last week where Sara was. Yeah. And a small number of them were also alarmed at her drastic transformation. But of course, that was actually Randy who had deputized for her and very, very able too. So Sara, where were you?
I went down to the Florida Keys to go visit my family. Got to relax on the beach and play around in the ocean.
Well, that sounds absolutely lovely. I thought you'd actually taken a fly week off to study the form for the forthcoming BMW Hong Kong Derby, which of course is on the 20th of March, just a week on Sunday. But first of all, we have a rather enthralling card, 10 races. It's the relative calm before the storm, but still an exciting races. We look at the triple trio. That's races 4, 5 and 6 with a huge jackpot. And if you win the jackpot, you deserve to win it because the races are very, very difficult. And of course, not to mention, we also have our favourite part of the show, our best bet and our value bets as well. So without any further delay, let's go straight to it. We'll start off with race number 4, and it's the Yuan Choi Chai Handicap, a Class 4 over 1,800 metres or 9 furlongs. And I'll start, as I usually do, with Sara. Who do you like in race number 4?
I like the 5-year Robot Warrior with Bentley aboard. He's dropping back in distance. Last time out, he tried the 2,000-meter mark, in which he got a nice second. I mean, he was 2 lengths behind Super Hong Kong, but Super Hong Kong in that race was just too good to be beat. But we are seeing him drop back. And I think this barrier draw is really going to set him up really nicely here with that interior draw. He seems to kind of favor that area more. He's looking to get his first win, and I could see that here in this race, as I feel like this race is fairly wide open. To me, at least, there wasn't a horse that really struck out as being a strong contender here. So I have my hopes here. I think Bentley's going to give this horse quite a great performance to get him his first win here in Hong Kong.
Robot Warrior for Sara. Then I agree with you, Sara. It's a very tricky race, isn't it? I mean, you could pick 7 or 8 of these and still get it wrong, and we might. Joe, who do you like for race number 4?
Race number 4, as what Sara mentioned, it is a pretty tricky race. So you're looking at prices in the Australian market so far, and they're all like $26, $11, $17. So the favorite was like $5, which is the number 5 Robot Warrior. But I went all the way to the bottom, the number 14 Tailor Made with Lyle Hewitson. Lyle Hewitson got a win at Happy Valley. He got a win at Sha Tin. I don't know if this is going to be more of a chance for him to win this race, but if you look back at some of his races of Tailor Made over the 1,800, the last race he wasn't too far off at $41 at barrier number 10. He got 7th, but only by 3 lengths, so not too far off. Barely won 2 starts behind that in January of 19 as one of the favorites, the $6 favorite or co-favorite. But then he also, towards the end of the season, he started running well, got a 2nd and a 4th. So I think with the improvement going up a little bit in the rating at Happy Valley, he does have some form over Sha Tin, getting a 2nd there. I think it is, if he's drawn 1, and you're looking at a $51 value play for this one. He only has 2 wins, but I think I can see improvement, especially with no weight on its back, and Lyle Hewitson trying to ride off of getting a lot of wins or getting some wins in the last 2 starts. So I'm going to go with Tailor Made number 14, Lyle Hewitson, and Casper Founds.
So Joe goes for Tailor Made and Lyle Hewitson. It's good to see him, isn't it, riding so much better. He's come back from injury in fabulous form and also getting a few winners as well. An excellent jockey. Charene, who do you like in race number 4?
Yeah, in this race, I'm with Sara. I also like number 5, Robot Warrior. This is a very tough race, especially it is the first leg of the triple trio. A field of 14, but half of them will be racing over this course and distance for the first time. However, Robot Warrior already have the experience in this trip. For example, last time out, he jumped well over 2,000 meters and he ran 2nd. This horse is quite lazy, but he needs a good jockey to control. And Harry Bentley piloting him is quite good. And then go back track to 1800 meters is also suitable for him. And also, just like Sarah mentioned, that gate 4 will be very good for him. So I'm quite looking forward that Robot Warrior can break his maiden in Hong Kong on Saturday.
So Charene and Sara go for Robot Warrior. Harry Bentley, of course, nothing from 11 for Ricky Yu, but knocking on the door. And he's never run at this trip, but has run well on either side of it. And last time out, a very good second to Super Hong Kong. Well, I go for number 11, Turquoise Alpha. He really is a cliff horse for me. I've always followed him, and he's never won for me yet. But hopefully he can grab that breakthrough win in Hong Kong, and he'll have the assistance of Joe Moreira for the very first time. He can find trouble in running. He's a hold-up horse, so very much a hostage to fortune. But I think the 1800 meters will really suit. And he was also a good finisher last time under Blake Shin. So just to recap for race number 4, the first leg of the triple trio, the Yuan Chow Chow handicap. And Sara goes for number 5, Robot Warrior. Joe goes for number 14, TaylorMade. That's also his value bet, by the way. Charene agrees with Sara, goes for number 5, Robot Warrior. And I'm going for number 11. Hopefully, Turquoise Alpha can finally get that breakthrough win. We now go on to the second leg of the triple trio. It's the race 5, the Wu Kao Tang handicap, a class 4 over 1400 meters or 7 furlongs. And once again, go to Sara first. Who do you like for race number 5?
In race 5, I like the 12 Plick Clone with Purton aboard. I think it's really says something about this horse that Purton is jumping aboard on this horse. This horse just keeps sniffing that win. At this distance, he gets close, and then the last time out, really, I think the barrier draw was completely against him and just took him off his track the entire race. But here, it sets him up perfectly. The barrier 10 in such a large field. It's going to be great. Purton isn't going to need to hold this horse back because this horse kind of likes to get a little bit loose, but when he does that, he fades very quick. He doesn't have the extra gas in his tank come the stretch. So if you hold him back just a bit, I think we're going to see him perform extremely well. And of course, Purton, he's been on fire. He's been on complete fire every time he runs. So right there, that's a major upgrade for this horse. So I was really going to take my chance here. This is my best bet as well. I think we're going to see something special come out of Plick Clone in this race.
Not only Sara's selection in race 5, but also her best bet. Race 5, number 12, Clone, drawn 10 under Zach Burton. And I'm going to check out his nostrils if he's sniffing for a victory. I'm going to be watching that head closely on Saturday. Joe, who do you like in race number 5?
Race number 5, I actually picked number 2, General. Oh, did I? No, I changed it from General Winner. I actually went with a Bebe Toy or Choi, the number 10. I originally picked General Winner because of I was debating on between Plick Clone and that one because they were both in the last race together and they were right next to each other, but he drew a lot better. But now a different angle. This is what I decided after all that. I looked at the race, I looked at the speed map, and Bebe Choi is actually going to be on the speed this time. I don't see anybody else contesting for the lead, and I see a lot of back markers trying to close in this race. So that was one of the main things that I saw, and I saw Bebe Choi does have the speed, but he is going to have to go over 1400. So if you're looking for like a triple trio value underneath, I think Bebe Choi can hold on. He has held on before on the lead with Matthew Poon. Now he gets the other Matthew Chadwick in this race. So I decided to go with something that would try to hang on off the speed, especially he got one in that race when he got third back in Sha Tin in November 7th. He hung on for almost 2 lengths. So I think he is a chance, especially with not that much weight compared to everybody else. He has 55 kilos, so he's down on the bottom. But I think hopefully the speed holds up at Sha Tin. Now I'm going to take Bebe Choi as a chance here for Matthew Chadwick.
So Joe goes for number 10, Bebe Choi. An interesting horse, nothing from 5, but it has bits and pieces of form that puts him bang there. Charene, who do you like in race number 5, the second leg of the triple trio?
I'm keen on number 1, Brilliant Way. He will be ridden by Joe Moreira. This horse is side by Reliable Man, so in the pedigree, he has a good and enough stamina to support him for the longer distance on Saturday. Last time out, he jumped quite well and stayed at the back, and he ran second behind Trust Me, who was led all the way. And this time up in distance, but gates 14 will be a bit tricky. But I think that this horse may change the tactic to lead because actually he has quite good speed as shown on his barrier trial before. So maybe if he can jump well on Saturday, he can be more active in the beginning. So I think this will be quite a good chance for him to break maiden because a longer distance will be more suitable for him. So I will go for number 1, Brilliant Way.
So Charene goes for number 1, Brilliant Way, drawn 14, but who better to have on your side than Joe Moreira? Third under Moreira, second under Moreira. No surprise if he defies the wide gate under the Magic Man. Well, not for the first time today. I actually side with Sara because I'm also going with number 12, Preclone. Drawn 10 under Zach Purton. He's no win machine. He's only 2 from 27, but a more consistent horse you'll be lucky to find. He's seldom beaten far. Another widest draw in 10, but I think this is his ideal course and distance. And he was beaten a short head by On Point on his penultimate run, last time beaten by Golden Empire. So he's a very consistent horse. So hopefully Preclone. I do worry about the likes of Brilliant Way, though, who obviously is much more unexposed, a very interesting horse. So just to recap, Sara goes for number 12, Preclone, and that's also her best bet. Joe goes for number 10, Baby Soy. Charene goes for number 1, Brilliant Way, and I go for, like Sara, I go for also number 12, Preclone. So we now go to race number 6, the Tincock Handicap. It's the third of the Triple Trio races, a Class 4 over 1,200 metres or 6 furlongs. Sara, who do you like?
I'm going in here with the 8, Fun and Glories, with Moreira aboard, and he's jumping out of barrier 4, which I think is going to set this horse up perfect. I'm hoping to see this horse get his first win. He's just been consistent and improving quite a lot over the course and the distance here at Sha Tin. So we'll see how he comes back running. He hasn't ran since February 20th, but he got a really tight 3rd place finish behind Packing Treadmill, which was an unbelievable race. If you go back and watch the replay of this race, it really showed this horse really has matured nicely. And I think we're going to continue to see that progression here, especially this time out. I think Moreira is a really great jockey to really gear this horse. And I'm hoping that we're going to see his first win here for him. So that is the 8, Fun and Glory with Moreira.
Sara goes to number 8, Fun and Glory. I do too. More about that later. Joe, who do you like in race number 6?
Race number 6, another almost pretty tricky race. I actually went with number 7, Double Show, who is a debutante in this race. I think you got to watch the betting on him. He's at a showcasing. So showcasing's had a familiar horse in Australia that's been Group 1 placed, and that is Dice Roll in the Rupert Clark at in Caulfield. Banging out a lot of sprinters in his pedigrees, definitely sprint pedigree. So over the 1,200 meters, I think that he could have a sneaky debut, especially with Vincent Ho and Douglas White. And Douglas White's been having a lot of great winners lately, especially winning some Group 1s over the past couple weeks. So showcasing, I think that pedigree is going to show up here in this race, especially there's another one down the bottom that's another debutante, and that's United Endeavors. But I decided to go with Vincent Ho's mount with Double Show. Draw number 3 as well. I think he'll run a pretty decent race, especially for trying to find, if not the winner, then the 2nd or 3rd place horse. So yeah, number 7, Double Show with Vincent Ho.
So Joe goes for number 7, Double Show. An interesting horse, could almost have been a value bet too, couldn't it? It's an interesting angle, and as you say, for a debutant, barrier 3 is a pretty good place to start from. Douglas White, trainer Vincent Ho on board. Charene, who do you like in the final leg of the Triple Trio?
Here I will go for number 6, Brave Dreams. Actually, in this field, I think that most of the horses are having quite good chances, especially the debutants and some of the horses who are up and coming. But number 6, Brave Dreams, I hope that he can overcome the gate 10. Actually, it is a bit tough, but I think that maybe he will have some good value. Last time out, Brave Dreams show some great turn of foot over 1,200 meters. And actually, he was the only horse to chase well in that field. He went second behind Voyage Bubble, who led and won. And Fortune Carrier, who went third, also stayed in the front. So it was quite a solid second for Brave Dreams. And then this time, I hope he can also show some improvement. Matthew Chadwick knows this horse very well. So I hope that Brave Dreams can have some progressive results on Saturday.
So Charene goes for number 6, Brave Dreams, drawn in 10, lightly raced, and a very good second last time to Voyage Bubble, last time over course and distance. Well, great minds think alike once again, because I agree with Sarah once more. Number 8, Fun and Glory, lightly raced, is 3 runs. Unlucky last time too under Alexis Bedell. He was staying on all too late, but really making up ground behind Packing Treadmill, who also overcame a little unlucky in running too. But hopefully the selection, Fun and Glory, can reverse form with the Francis Louis 3-year-old at the revised weights. So just to recap on race number 6, the Tincock Handicap, Sarah goes for number 8, Fun and Glory, Joe goes for number 7, Double Show, and Charene goes for number 6, Brave Dreams, and I agree with Sarah, go for number 8, Fun and Glory. Right, we now come to our favourite part of the show, the best bets. And Sarah, can you remind us who your best bet is?
Yes, that comes in race 5, 12. Plinkloan with Pertinaboard. I think you're going to get some decent value. I think in the Australian market right now, he's about $8. Of course, punters are going to bet him down a little bit because of Pertin's mount in this race, but I still think you're going to hold some decent value here with this horse. Like I said, he's getting close to that win, and I think we're really going to see that here. I think with the barrier draw and with Pertinaboard, it really sets this horse up nicely. So I'm hoping we're going to see him get this win here. So that is race 5, the 12, Plinkloan.
I like Sarah's thinking. Race 5, number 12, Plinkloan for the best bet. Joe, who do you like for your best bet?
On a side note, I'm kind of wondering if that's named after Tony Plinkloan, who used to be a jockey in Hong Kong. But yeah, my best bet's going to be in race number 9. Number 2, Gallon Express with Alex Hamlin. So this horse has had a lot of form behind a lot of big winners, especially with Flying Ace has form behind that. And we all know Flying Ace is on a big winning streak right now. And that was one that me and Steve have tipped before. Racing pretty good. It really has come to form. I mean, you see a lot of seconds and finally gets a breakout win. Especially this field's going to be pretty tough. I think you can find the value there, especially with the best bet, since Teton and Joe Moreira are currently in the leaders in the Australian market, about $1 apart. So in the Australian market for him is going to be $8, and it's crazy because he's rode a lot of seconds on Wagner Borgs, has one with Joe Moreira, then finally gets a win with Alex Hamlin, and then Zach Purton was actually on that mount against Flying Ace back in February the 3rd. So racing well. I think he's only 4 years old, so he's slowly climbing up in the ratings, especially with all those seconds. He is going to be one of the top weights, but I don't see that as a concern. So yeah, I think Gallon Express has a really, really big chance, and especially with best bet, I think he could take it each way as well. So yeah, number 2, Gallon Express, and race number 9.
So Joe goes for number 2, Gallant Express in race 9. Ultra consistent horse, 2 from 10. The Hammer, Antoine Hamlin, the excellent Frenchman, on board once more. And Charene, who do you like for your best bet on Saturday?
For my best bet on Saturday will be in race 7. I like number 8, Master 8. In race 7 will be one of the feature races on Saturday. It is a class 1 over 1,200 meters. There are several good sprinters. In this field, we have Hawking Pond, but he has to carry the top weight. And also Super Wealthy, Lucky Express, who are having quite good results in this season. And also Sight Success, who is also up and coming. But Master 8, I'm going to give him one more chance because last time out, he was beaten in the Group 1 Centenary Sprint Cup, and it was the only start that he didn't win. So one more chance for him because he just had an impressive barrier trap. So I think that he is now still fit and still capable to win again. And because in this class 1, this sprint race, he will just carry 114 pounds, which will be very, very ideal for him. So I will be looking forward to Master 8, who can bounce back in race 7.
So Charene goes for Master 8 in race number 7. Number 8, a very good chance as well, Master 8. He was 5 from 5 until the centenary sprint, but it's worth bearing in mind, of course, he was drawn 8 of 8 that day. And although it was a small field, being drawn on the outside was really a disadvantage that day. So every chance of his featherweight and the Joe Moreira that Master 8 can bounce back to form. Well, I'm going to race number 8 and number 7, Gold Marquis. An interesting horse, 3 local runs so far, all good efforts, yet to make the breakthrough, but Moreira is up for the first time, and he was a good 6th to Beauty Live over course and distance last time. He's drawn wide again, but I don't see that. I think sometimes we go off horses far too easily because they are wide drawn, and you'll see time and time again horses with double-digit barriers win over and over. So that's my selection there. So for the best bet, Sara goes to race number 5, and that's number 12, Paclone. Joe goes to race number 9, and that's number 2, Gallant Express. Charene goes to one of the quality races on the card, race number 7, number 8, Master 8. And I'm going to race number 8, number 7, Gold Marquis. So now we come to our value bet. And Sara, who do you like for your value bet?
Well, I'm going to go for the opening race, race 1, where we have a class 1 over 1,600 meters. It's a rather short field that we're not used to seeing here in Hong Kong, but I'm going with the 6, Cheerful Days. We got Alexi Bedell aboard. I mean, this horse just wins. It's a really unbelievable horse, but he's coming in as the lightest weight here, which is really going to benefit him. He's in career best form. We've seen him win at a class 1. We've seen him win, you know, of course, at class 3s and whatnot. It's a really tough field, though. This is a really, although it's a short field, each horse comes in with incredible strength. But I think we're going to see something special out of this horse if he continues his back-to-back-to-back wins. I would say the only hiccup he really had in that December 15th race is he just ran into traffic and didn't find that opening to really get out ahead of everybody. But I think Alexi is going to really steer this horse to a really nice run here, and we might see him capture another class 1 race here. I believe the Australian market has pretty decent numbers right now on this horse. I think you're looking about $16. So I'm going to take him as my value bet here.
So Sara goes for number 6, Cheerful Days in the opener, race number 1. Something really clicked, didn't it? Halfway through October, he just suddenly found his stride. And if you like patterns here, his form has gone 1-1-1-7, 1-1-1. Well, he can't be a 7 again because there are only 6 runners. So I think Sarah's cracked it. Joe, remind us, who do you like as your value bet?
Yeah, value bets at race number 4, and that is with the number 14 tailor-made. Lyle Hewittson's been getting a lot of wins lately, or at least a win in each meeting that he's in, or the last couple weeks. So, and especially with that race where he had the win aboard with Joe Moreira. 1,800 meters. I think the Sha Tin, I think he'll take it well because he has ran a second in there. So yeah, I'm gonna go with tailor-made number 14 in race number 4.
So Joe goes for tailor-made in race number 4, number 14. Charene, who do you like as your value bet?
My value bet will be in race 9. I like number 4, Coming Patch. It is a class 3 race over 1,200 meters. So for Coming Patch, before coming to Hong Kong, he had quite good results in the UK. He went second in a listed race at Newbury. And then last time out was his debut in Hong Kong was on over the street course. He just missed the start and did not have a clear one in the final furlong, but he jumps well in his recent barrier trial. So I hope that he can jump better than last time. And also this time he will be jumping from gate 1. And I think that the races on Saturday will be over the C+3 course. So horses from good store will have some good advantage. And second up for this horse on Saturday, I hope that he can take advantage of the good draw. So all of the thing I hope that is that he can jump well, and then he can have a good chance to have some good results. So number 4, Coming Patch in race 9 will be my value bet.
So Charene goes to the end of the card nearly. Race number 9, number 4, Coming Patch. Stayed on nicely into midfield on his local debut behind Cordyceps 6. So any improvement on that puts him bang there. Well, I'm going back to race number 4, number 11, Tycos Alpha. Followed him quite a few times. He's an ex-Irish horse when he was trained by Gerald Lyons and normally ridden by the excellent rider Colin Keane. And he's really dropped in the handicap a long way. But I think this 1800 metres will suit him down to the ground. And Joe Moreira on board. This could be the key. But it's a very, very open race. Just to recap on our value bets then. Sara has gone for that winning machine in the opener, race number 1, number 6, Cheerful Days. Joe has gone back to race number 4, number 14, Tailor Made. Charene goes to race number 9, Coming Patch, number 4. And I, like Joe, going back to race number 4, and that's number 11, Turquoise Alpha. Well, we've done it. We've done the triple trio, the best bets, the value bets. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you again on Wednesday for Happy Valley, and of course on Sunday as well, the BMW Hong Kong Derby, Romantic Warrior, California Spangled, who have won the first 2 legs respectively. And the excitement will be fever pitch a week on Sunday. Until then, bye-bye for now.